Welcome in to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we are going to break down OTAs. They are underway. We have some information for you. We'll go over that and give you my takeaways as well as expectations for the rest of OTAs coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, folks, the race is down to the wire of who will get to 3,000 subs first. Our channel, Patriots Today, or the Commanders Report. Good news to report that we took the lead. We passed the Commanders Report earlier this week, but there is still work to be done. We got to get across the finish line. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers first. And the more subscribers we get, the more content we can bring you. And we've proven that to you. We're doing longer videos now, but it doesn't stop there. If we continue to grow this channel, then we can do some live shows, maybe some watch parties. There's a whole lot more in store. Patriot fans, here's your chance. If you want it, prove it. Subscribe today. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment and be a part of what we're doing each and every day here on Patriots Today. Let's start at the offensive line as Mike Onwenu is not quite ready yet when it comes to OTAs and being able to perform. Big Mike, as you may recall, suffered an ankle injury in the final game of the 2022 season. And with the recovery and all that, it's not quite ready for him to give it a full-on go just yet. We'll see about his status when it comes to training camp and the season and everything, but at least for the time being, we're not going to see Big Mike around at this point. And you're looking at a guy that's coming into 2023 with a lot on the line here. He's coming off a season that Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio described as a very good season, that in his career he's been exceeding expectations for a sixth-round pick. In the final year of his rookie deal, he wants to get that next contract, wants to prove what he's worth here, and he's not going to be around for OTAs. Obviously, it's unfortunate for him. Hope to see him back on the field, but now here's an opportunity for somebody else to step up and potentially prove themselves here. So not ideal there as far as that goes for Big Mike, but nonetheless, that's the situation as it stands right now. Unfortunately, he won't be around, but it is what it is, as they say. What's your concern level with the injury here as far as his return goes? Tell me what you think in the comment section. This is our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break, if so take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Scale it 1 through 10, what your concern level is, and let me know what you think. Next up, let's talk about the growth of Mac Jones. And all of us are sitting here hoping that Mac Jones takes that next step. It is a vital year for Mac Jones. So important that we see him not just be what he was his rookie year, but even better than that. Obviously, he took a big step back in 2022. And for Patriot fans, I don't think that you're just sitting here hoping that you get the rookie version. You want him to be even better than that Bill O'Brien can get the most out of him. And as the Patriots go through OTAs and go through camps, you want to see his progress come along. And we got good news that Mac Jones is taking steps in the right direction with camp already underway, with these OTAs going on. The reports have been that Mac looks good, that he's excited about this offense, and that things are headed in that right direction. Here's more from Sarah Marshall. We did not forget Sarah Marshall from Musket Fire. Here's what Sarah had to say. All eyes will undoubtedly be on Jones and the rest of the offensive roster. Hopefully the improvement seen and the excitement is brought will be evident for all to see. It help reinvigorate the New England fans as they look ahead to the 2023 season. And nothing is guaranteed with Mac Jones. Think about this with Mac, okay? If Mac Jones is not where he needs to be, if he can't put it all together, how long's the leash before they go to Bailey Zappi or look at their other options here? Mac Jones has got to figure it out, and he's got to figure it out fast if he wants to hang on to this job. So let's see what the growth of Mac Jones becomes and what he does here in OTAs. But it seems like things are already off to a good start there. Juju Smith-Schuster, arguably the biggest signing the Patriots made in free agency, bringing him over from the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. He steps in to the de facto wide receiver 1 role. But think about this. It's not just about Juju performing, but he also has to prove to an extent of why he is a better option than Jakobi Meyers, who the Patriots ultimately decided to not pay and let him go to the Las Vegas Raiders. We've heard Jakobi Meyers say that he wanted to stay in New England, but that they ultimately chose Juju over him. So if you're Juju, not only do you get to step up and be a guy that Mac Jones can depend on and have a pivotal role in this offense, but you also have to prove that you're better than the other guy out west in Vegas. Zach Cox from Nesson had this to say about Juju. Can Smith-Schuster be an upgrade over Jakobi Meyers? That'll be the expectation after the Patriots controversially let the reliable Meyers walk in free agency and replaced him with the former Pittsburgh Steelers standout. Meyers was New England's top receiver for the last 3 seasons, but Smith-Schuster has been the more productive and explosive player in his career. The big questions: how quickly can he pick up O'Brien's new Patriots offense, and can he replicate Meyers' mental connection with Jones? And they had a good thing going, what we saw with Jakobi and with Jones on that front. So we'll see what Juju can do, but that's what is ahead, at least, for Juju Smith-Schuster here with OTAs and moving on forward. Will Juju lead the Patriots in receiving? The Patriots, I think, have kind of an underrated receiving core, and I got a lot of high hope for what Thornton's going to do. What Tyquan Thornton's going to do, the second-year receiver out of Baylor, I think he's going to take a big step up. Obviously, you still have Devontae Parker and some of these other guys around as well. Is Juju going to be that number 1 wide receiver, or will he disappoint? What do you think? Let me know in the comments section if you think Juju will lead the Patriots in receiving or not. Y for yes, N for no. Folks, happy to report here on Patriots Today that we are heading the right direction where we have sponsors now beyond just what you see on our Chat Sports apparel shop. We are partnering with BetUS. They are the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports. And if you go to chatsports.com/bet, you can get a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free. So I love to tell people all the time, it's like getting a pizza and then getting an extra pizza and a couple other slices for free. It's a great deal that BetUS offers. And whether you want to bet on your Boston Celtics right now, or maybe you want to bet on some NHL action, maybe you're feeling baseball with the Red Sox, or maybe some motorsports, big weekend with the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600, whatever it may be, BetUS has you covered in any way, shape, or form. Get your bets in now. Chatsports.com/bet. Enter that promo code CHAT125 at checkout for that 125% deposit bonus. That's chatsports.com/bet. Promo code CHAT125 for that deposit bonus. The Christian Gonzalez hype is real. I can tell you that much, folks, that there is a lot of excitement about what he brings to the table. And you looked at Christian Gonzalez, and I think had New England stayed with the number 14 selection, there was probably a decent chance they would have taken Christian Gonzalez there. Instead, you trade back a couple spots. You picked up a day 3 pick along the way, and you still got the player you wanted. One of the top corners in this entire draft, a guy that's going to be expected to start at outside corner right away. And with that, you go to OTAs, and there's an expectation for Christian Gonzalez to live up to the hype, to pick up this defense, and to be ready to go for that starting role from day one. Here's more from Andy Hart of WEEI of what he had to say about Christian Gonzalez. OTAs used to be called passing camps because that's where the bulk of the non-padded work will take place. It will indeed be interesting to see Gonzalez running around with veteran receivers and exactly how his elite physical tools measure up. So that is the breakdown there on Christian Gonzalez. One more before we go as far as our takeaways goes and kind of our preview for what's ahead with the remaining portion of OTAs. What will the position be of Marte Mapu, who the Patriots selected out of Sacramento State? That's a big question because there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of versatility that he brings to the table here. And it's a good problem to have, the fact that he can play multiple positions, but ultimately, what does Belichick and company have in mind for what fits for him? Well, Alex Barth from 98.5, the Sports Hub in Boston, had this to say. For Mapu to succeed in New England, something has to give. Whether that's Mapu changing his position to box safety or edge rusher, or changing his body type by adding mass to be able to play the more downhill style the Patriots typically look for in their linebackers. To the Patriots changing their philosophical approach to the linebacker position and adding a role to the defense similar to those played by guys like Fred Warner in San Francisco or Matt Milano in Buffalo. So we'll see. Nothing's certain. I'm curious what the plan is for Belichick and company, what they have in mind, but that all remains to be seen. We don't know, but they will need to figure out one way or the other pretty quickly. What's your biggest takeaway from Patriots OTAs so far? I know it's pretty early on, and we still have a ways to go, but what's your biggest takeaway? Let me know in the comment section what you've learned so far from what we've seen here the last couple of days. Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, talking about your New England Patriots there, and I'll see you next time right here on Patriots Today.